Hey guys, it's Juice to 5000. Here's a Cub Cadet Model 50 deck. This is the older style 50-inch deck. Put my gloves down here. Um, this is a 50, oh, 501. You can't read this. You probably won't be able to read it. But this is the old tag that they put on the first wide frames. So this 50-inch deck is for the really early quiet lines, like, you know, the 1000 and 1200, 1250, 1450, 1650, or the earliest wide frames, which would be the 128, the 108, 109, 129, 149, 169. I don't think a 50-inch would work on 86. I don't think the 8 horse had enough power to run a 50-inch deck. But I ran one with a 44 and it was fine. So I'm going to be taking this cover off. You can see it is a little bit rotted, this cover. I'm not really sure what I expect to see underneath this deck, but it does have some rot, and they do turn. They're a little stiff, but there's probably a bunch of crap under this cover. You got to remove all of these bolts or nuts. Sometimes you'll have some of these break off, and also this is a stud welded through from the back side. I need a new roller. This one rotted off on one side. I could cut a new one on the wood lathe. Not too hard to do. Flip it over here. So you can see the studs right here, or what's left to them. On the side of this deck's actually really nice. These baffles are actually all there. They're not all broken or anything. So that's cool. And even the skids, they're all original. They're still all there. So that's nice. These are not the right wheels, but they are junk. Even these blades are actually pretty nice shape. I don't know if they've been replaced at some point, but they just need to be sharpened and thrown back on. This stupid thing, these things are junk. It's just a tin work. It's supposed to deflect the grass, I'm pretty sure, but I've got, I think, 3 or 4 more of these over there behind the torches, and I take these out every time. They're a pain. They don't work that good, especially this one that's all kind of bent. So I'll be taking this out. There's only 2 bolts here, but yeah, this thing's actually in pretty good shape underneath. So hopefully underneath the cover it shouldn't be nearly as bad, but I'll be taking the cover off and be getting another video. I'm gonna probably redo this deck completely, except for the bearings, because these have the non-serviceable bearings, because you can just look at the mounts here. If these were the aluminum housings, we could service them, put new seals in them, new bearings, but being as this deck's got this kind of bearing, it's this spindle and the double bearing setup is all one unit, and you have to replace the entire unit as a whole. I think that unit itself that goes in this, you just take these cups off and separate it. That's I think it's roughly 80 to 100 bucks a spindle, versus the aluminum spindles. You can get those, redo those with new bearings and oil seals for probably about 100 bucks, or all 3, something like that. Seals are, I don't know, 20 bucks, but that depends on the quality of bearings you're going to use and so on, if you want to go cheap or not. But oh well. And this is a 1/2 inch or 3/8, if you want to call it 3/8. Cub Cadet, I think it's clarified as a 3/8 belt, but a 5/8 belt will work fine on this. It's just a little bit big, but yeah, so I'm gonna probably redo this deck. I do have some work to do to it, but these 50s are getting harder and harder to find, and I think it's worth trying to save this thing. This cover is probably the worst part of it, but oh, what are you gonna do, you know? So let's see, maybe if I can find a new cover. If not, not the end of the world. And just get some videos of this thing as I go along. Also, the points on the back of this, or the front of this here, this is way wider than most of the mule drives I think that I have. So I'll be showing you guys the differences here, and we'll go from there. So, alright guys, we'll see you in the next video.